Started out with half and I flipped it in a double.
Said I'm go. Take one then I dash away from Popo.
Yeah.
Snakes around my grass, they want my dough though. But I keep a 40, they don't know, no.
Tell me what to do. Show me how to feel. Under your control. Everything is real. So hit me. So hit me. So hit me. First a confession. With you, I feel a connection. With you, it's like an infection. I've been infected with an obsession. With you, never any tension. Nothing but love and affection. Enough of my case, so let's cut to the chase. Listen up, cause these are the directions. Obey what I say, don't complain, I don't wanna hear questions. Follow my lead, tell the fall to your knees. It's an order, it's not a suggestion. I'm about to teach you a lesson. I recommend you pay attention. This is my kingdom, you're stripped of all freedom. You want nothing but my possession. Head back, it's tight. Mouth shut, eyes wide. Baby, I'm yours. So baby, I'm yours.
Yo, I don't know what to say, yo. I did not plan on vlogging this morning like this. Starting off, it's been a crazy morning so far. I don't know what it is, yo. This hit and run song is not perfect for that accident that just happened, yo. Is that a coincidence or what, yo? You hear it? They're talking about, it's just a hit and run. Nah, I don't feel like hearing that hit and run talk right now on their radio after this fender bender. I don't know if you all are able to see that, but it's the damage, hear me? That goes up higher and higher, higher.
How you feeling?
Alright, you rolling?
Yes.
Yeah, man, so just got some groceries just now. You saw the damage at the back of the car. The front's not as bad because we barely hit the person in the front of the car, but the lady who hit us, I mean, I saw her come through the rearview mirror. She did not slow down at all. She beat the back of the car. So, I mean, my neck's a little tight. I just keep rotating my shoulders and moving around. My wrist hurts a little bit because I was holding the steering wheel like this. So it's just, you know, a little minor little stuff that's gonna start kicking in once your adrenaline wears down. But everybody was good. The little girl that was in the car in front of us, they took her to the hospital because she was crying. She had like some severe whiplash, more than likely. I know that we guys call whiplash, but I feel like we're a little older, so we can endure a little more pain. So, you know, prayers go out to her, and I pray that she has a speedy recovery, because we all know that whiplash is bad. I don't even know how we're gonna feel later on today or once we go to sleep, you know what I mean? I kind of felt like going to the hospital because I feel the pressure in my head from when she hit the back of us, because we was just sitting in traffic, you know what I mean? I was leaning up against the back seat. My seat. We weren't really expecting no one to come push us like that. So, yeah, when she hit the car, it hit the back of my head and everything. So, I'm just gonna pay close attention to that. Look at this Dreamer. This is, show her. This is the chip bag type stuff we deal with on a regular basis. You know what I mean? People just don't know how to relax or slow down. And now somebody could have hit the back of our car. Nobody letting you out, my boy. Trying to, but the other cars ain't. And that's exactly how accidents happen right there, just like that. So y'all be easy when you're driving. You can't, you know, move early, man, honestly. And if you move late, just understand that you're late, okay? That's it. Nothing more, nothing said. You speeding, hurting somebody, or me speeding and hurting somebody doesn't do anything but prevent you from getting where you gotta go. So move early, or just realize you're gonna be late, and let everybody know that you're trying to show up to that you're gonna be late. And be safe, man. Seriously, man. Honestly, job. Thank you. So this is what I picked up from the grocery shop. You know, a little stick bread and Perrier, some blueberries, tomatoes, and you know, a little. I don't like any wraps. Like I said, I'm learning to work with like the calories and all that stuff that I deal with. So instead of doing like bread, this is not for me. That's for the missus. But instead of doing like a whole heap of bread, I do these wraps because they'll be more thin sliced, you know what I mean? So I'm learning on these calories and what to eat. Got some bananas once they ripen up, some more mango for that potassium and vitamin C. You know, and I got some of this cottage cheese. Once again, like I said, the regular cheese, which is for the missus, it's not me. I'm trying to really get away from a lot of the high fats and just like I said, a lot of the calories that I put on my body that I necessarily don't have to. So, for instance, this cheese is higher in protein and it's way lower in fats. Look at that. They got no fats, cholesterol. Gotta also pay attention to your sodium. Protein 14, sugars 5, and carbs 6 per what? Per half a cup. You get me? Like that's a lot. That's a lot of cheese. Whereas this, you're already at 9 grams of fat, 110 calories. The sodium is less. That's one thing, significantly a big difference with that. Sugars, no sugars, and the protein is less. So I ended up getting some more sugars with this, but less fat and more protein. So I'm not a big sugar eater. So I believe that everything will be cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm working on it, and of course this big gallon of water, which we guys pretty much drinking like within like 2 to 3 days it'll be finished. Because instead of trying to drink from the tap, or we don't really have any like filtered water, I just get the nice pure water and deal with that. But yeah, I don't know, man. We just reached home, but for some reason I kind of think that it'd probably be wise to go to the hospital anyway and just get a checkup. I don't feel like waiting in no lines. I don't feel like being there for hours on end. But some just saying, just procedure wise, because like I said, I had my head up against the back seat like this, like, you know what I mean? I was just chilling. So when that car hit when the car that hit us, the impact pushed my head forward, pushed the missus' heads forward, and like I said, I just feel a little something in my wrist, and also, excuse me, I know there's something going on outside. I feel a little something in my wrist, but at the same time, I still kind of feel a little bit of pressure in my head. So I think insurance purpose-wise, it'd probably be best kind of in between minds. I don't know, man. You know, I don't know, because when it comes to these accidents, your adrenaline's up, man. You can feel good, but then later on down the road, 12 hours down the road or whatever, you start feeling worse, and then it's like kind of too late. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't really want to play around. I don't know. I'm in between minds, but I'll see what happens. I'll figure it out, and we'll go from there. Exactly, creative expression. If you ain't tried no Perrier, if you're not addicted to Perrier, you don't know what you're missing on, I'm telling you. But as you saw by the paperwork, long story short, I ended up getting to the hospital anyway and got checked out, and what they found out was that I had a mild concussion. That was basically it. I got my wrist checked out, they did the x-rays on that, so I'll be waiting for those results. I don't know how long they're gonna take, but yeah. So basically I'll be waiting for those results. I gotta go check with my doctor in 3 to 5 days just to make sure everything is good, being that I suffered that little mild concussion. And honestly, it did feel like someone punched me in the back of my head, something serious. I'm not gonna lie, like the headache is still kind of there. It's not really like a headache, but excuse me, I feel the pressure, and I can tell like if I was to probably do something heavy or whatever, like lift something heavy or do something that's just gonna cause me to really exert energy. Like I feel like that headache is gonna come on. So yeah, man, just gonna be chilling. I just had my first meal. I ended up eating late, like about 3 o'clock. I'm gonna eat these here next. There's some walnuts. And I'm just gonna cool out, just keep up on my waters for the day. I really want to work out, honestly, man. It's been my off day all this time. Yesterday was my off day. Today was my first day back on, and like, you know, Monzo, honestly, last night I couldn't even go to sleep because I couldn't wait to get in on this workout today. For some reason, I just had the energy, and boom. So I don't know if I'm gonna carry on like that. I'll probably definitely do some stretching, more of mobility work than I will carry on with trying to do anything mud right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna play it smart, feel my body out. You know how that is when your adrenaline's up from like trauma and all that. You know, you ignore it, you keep going. Oh, I don't feel anything. Well, I've learned through prior bike accidents and all that type of stuff that, you know, your adrenaline's up, and then once that dies down, your body feels it. So I'm just gonna play it by ear, be smart, like I said. So I guess I don't know, man. Get a little workout in tomorrow, but I'll just do some mobility training tonight and call it a wrap. It's over.
So I want to help you do the same thing. So text Vibe.
Because that's when my diet was poor, my nervous system was damaged. The foods were damaging my nervous system. A lot of these foods that we eat, they literally used to be sold to your community for a cheap price because they can't afford anything else. So they're buying the chicken wings and unhealthy chips and things like that, which is causing more high blood pressure, cancer, and diabetes.
Yeah, so thank God for stuff like bananas, you know what I'm saying? So I can get, you know, I can get healthy eating, you know, eating fruits, right?
Certain bananas, but I don't recommend that.
Why not?
That's what's called a cannabis banana. So that's what people call a normal banana. The normal banana in the schools and 7-Eleven and all that. That is a clone. You can look it up. It's a clone. Every single one's the same. It's genetically modified. That's what causes mucus in your body, right? So with that being said, it's not that you can't have bananas. You need the right bananas. You need burro bananas and baby bananas. Those are great substitutes. So the burro banana actually tastes more like a potato because potatoes are not good either. So you can use the burro banana to make mashed potatoes and things like that. The baby banana tastes identical to that. It's just smaller. Good rule of thumb, if you see the original version of something was small, and now there's a newer version and it's 3 times the size, there's a reason. There's a reason for that.
and so explain that for me, right? Because, you know,
Being organic, the food being grass-fed, cage-free, farm-raised, halal, all these words they're using, that doesn't change the chemistry of what the food does to the chemistry of the human body.
so that's all marketing is what you're saying.
It's all marketing, everything. Next month, I might slip up, I might go back to the pork. But I'm conscious of it nowadays. The goal of this is to make sure you're conscious and give you the knowledge so that at least now you know when you're making these decisions, maybe I shouldn't have done that because my grandma just passed away from eating these foods her whole life.
And I feel like if a doctor, you know, knows, or I would assume they know the best way to heal, why would they tell me to eat meat? Why would they put me on pharmaceuticals? Like, why aren't they
diagnosing you with the wrong disease, and 2, giving you the most unhealthy day in their life. And they run backstage because they're trying not to cramp on stage and they're trying not to pass out on stage because they're dehydrated. And they run backstage and they get a bunch of unhealthy food, a bunch of pizza and things like that so they can get some carbs in their system so they don't die. Then they still gotta go to the hospital and get an IV to get some hydration in their body. But when you go to the doctor and you get the IV in your arm, they gonna get thing, it's gonna be fruits. So go ahead and get on the food to hydrate your body, to cleanse your body. Vegetables are more for like building and repair. I know I probably touched on like 4 different topics all in one.
Yeah, I would have said.
Yeah, that was a nice little workout session just now, you know? It was real good, and I felt like I needed it just now as far as in the stretching and the breathing and more of a lighter resistance type of workout, you know? Like, I'm glad today wasn't resistance day where I'm doing like heavy pull-ups and push-ups and squats, all that type of thing. I feel like after this accident and with the pressure in the brain and all that stuff, I should start back in a little lighter, you know what I mean? So that was a plus, felt real good. I'm on the handstands, the mind and muscle connection is getting better, you know what I mean? I'm good with my hands on the ground. I'm good with holding my body up. it's just hard finding that balance. You know, I'm doing all the progression workouts and all that type of stuff. It's just kind of hard finding the balance as far as in like where my feet should be. And that came down to my pelvis, my hips. Because I've been practicing, which you should be practicing on whatever it is that you're working towards. You know what I'm saying? Take that in. Because I've been practicing, I was able to make more of a connection of finding out where the error was. And I was finding it in my hips. Having that pelvis tilt, tucking your tailbone in or arching your back, basically, you know. And that's not something easy to do while you're trying to hold your body weight up, you know. But because I've been practicing, it's becoming more common to hold my body up. It's more natural, so my brain can help focus more so on the actual errors that I need. So the hip tilt and breathing, you know, clenching up the glutes, the legs, finding that balance is just all coming together. So that's nice. Doing those back bands, the bridges, those are really good for stretching out my psoas, my really helping with decompressing the spine, because I'm arching it compared to having it rounded. Because a lot of us, when we're standing up, that's gravity pushing down on us, right? And when we sit down, that's more gravity pushing down on us, but our back is more in a rounded type of situation, you know what I mean? So if you're trying to sit down, I would advise like trying to sit more on your glutes. I know that may sound crazy, but I tended to sit more like on my tailbone where my spine is rounded. But if you tend to like really sit more on your cheeks and your hamstring a little bit more, I realize that takes a little bit of pressure off the spine. So if you know you're someone trying to be all cool and you ain't trying to sit all upright and all that type of stuff, just those little tweaks can help with any back pain, any discomfort. It can start that process better, is basically what I'm getting at, because no one wants to deal with back pain. I know I've been dealing with it for a long time, and it can put you out. It can put you down. When you're not mobile, when your mobility is trash, trust and believe, man, that affects the mental so much, man. So try that for a fact, because that's something that I've corrected lately. And with the handstands, I'm actually getting better with that whole pelvis tilt and rock and all that type of stuff, you know what I mean? So it's crazy how the exercises I'm doing are just tying in with my day-to-day life and living and just lifestyle. It's amazing though. I like it. Like, it really feels like I'm meant to be here and this is where I'm at. So, and work towards what you love, man. Make your passion become something you can see. You saw what I always got, you know? Become something that you can focus on, like, because to see something that you've created, like finished, and that's a fulfillment that you couldn't even pay for, to be honest. That's a feeling that you couldn't pay for. So I really, really push on this channel for you to work on your craft, work towards your passions, work towards enjoying yourself. You can be out here doing the simple things, paying bills on time, getting to work on time, a great employee, you know, a great parent, a great friend. It could be a lot of things, but if you're not fulfilling that passion, honestly, if you could see your light inside your soul, if you could see that, it's dimming. It's dimming, and that can bring on anxiety, that can bring on depression, because you can sit there and think inside your head, man, I need to do something for myself. Or you can sit there and think inside your head, man, I should have did this, you know what I mean? And thinking about the past stuff brings on that depression, and thinking about what you should have did, or thinking about what's upcoming and what you could do is like, you know, that could bring on anxiety, if you get what I'm saying. So my thing is, like, take some time to really just handle some of your things that you're interested in. People may call it selfish, but that's the word. That's not your word. You're not being selfish, because if you're someone who is a genuine person like me, like, you know, I have a big heart and all that type of stuff. So when I do things, I do favors, it's not to look for something back. You know, and I do a favor because I see that, hey, you're a genuine person and I can give a hand if you want it. You know what I mean? So personally, just find what you're really interested in and make it become something. Trust and believe. Stick with me. Stay tuned on this channel. I appreciate y'all that have been watching me from the beginning. You know, I appreciate y'all that are jumping on board and that you're watching me and all that as well. You know, smash that like button for sure. But honestly, stay tuned and just watch this creation. Watch it just get better and better. Just like me getting better and better with my exercises and with that hair pressure I felt from that accident. Honestly, that was wild, man. I did not expect that first thing in the morning. I'm glad everybody left unscathed, you know, just tightness and all that type of stuff from that whiplash of the impact from the lady, because she didn't put on brakes. We stopped her. That's basically what happened. She beat me back over, serious. So I'm just glad that everybody walked away breathing, not a vegetable or you know, anything messed up. So I actually had to go to the hospital, which I'm waiting for those results, the x-rays and scans and all that. And I also got my car put into the shop to get my car x-rayed and exam. So Black Label, if you don't know, that's the name of the car. People always comment to me saying like, what you gonna call her? What you gonna call her? And it's like, I never thought of it. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna name it Black Label. I was gonna name it Black at first, but I feel like everyone's gonna call it Black as a black car. So I said, you know, I remember, you know, I used to really bang that whiskey, you know, when I used to really drink. So I was like, I'll name it Black Label. And then on top of that, I just thought about it. My grandpa, my auntie told me this a while back, he used to drink Black Label Johnny Walker. So it kind of tied in because we used to name him Bumpy, right? That was his nickname, Bumpy. And when we first bought the car, we had a bump in the tire. So when we was riding, it was just a bumpy ride, right? So it just all ties in together where it's like Black Label, aka Johnny Walker, aka Bumpy. That's the car, you know what I mean? So when you see it, that's Black Label right there. And so Black Label's in the shop, getting sorted out. Pray for her. You know, I really want it to come out good to go, you know? Pray for everyone's car, really. I want everybody back moving and good to go, honestly. But yeah, so that's what it's gonna be for now. I'll keep you posted for sure. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm Joe Average, aka Joe Ev. You know, there's nothing average over this channel. And there's nothing average about you if you're watching this for sure, you know what I mean? Because you're trying to get somewhere in life, you know what I mean? So keep that in mind. Peace out. Bless up.
Blue Thursday.
And we gon' smoke weed. Girl, every drink on me. I know